All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game is going to be between, Lin and Moon going up against Hawk and Foggy. Let's break things down in this matchup. Let me turn on the ally colors. So it is going to be teal, orc, and night elf going up against, it is going to be a red human and a red night elf. All right, so Foggy and Hawk are red. Meanwhile, Lin and Moon are teal. Ignore the colors up top. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But, a 2v2 matchup for all of you guys who like multiplayer 2v2. Just the chaos that ensues, the teamwork that really works out well, and we're trying to come up with the strategy. Now, my question or my thought here is Moon and Lin are perhaps the more recognizable names in this matchup. Moon, perhaps one of the largest names in Warcraft 3 of all time. Going and Lin really not too far behind. However, Hawk and Foggy, have they brought to the table something to try and shut down their opponent's strategies? That is the question here. Are we going to be looking at a true 2v2 matchup, or is it going to be multiple 1v1s type of thing where there's 1v1s happening at the same time? Demon Hunter already being trained here. There is already an Ancient of War needs to start training up an Archer. Hello, Raynor. How are you? How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. As we're looking at, Demon Hunter Archers trying to do a little bit of creeping. Are we going to be seeing Farseer Grunts also trying to be doing creeping as well? A lot of questions to be had so far, as it looks as though Hawk is going to be going for that classic Archmage, as the Archmage should be able to make its way out here in just a moment. All right, how are things going to be breaking down? That is the question. Archmage already out on the map, going to be dropping a water elemental, and it looks as though it's going to try and clear out this difficult ogre warrior creep camp first. Double orc versus double night elf. Nope, it is human night elf versus orc night elf. Information. The colors are reversed, but everything else is accurate. All right, in comes Hawk. You're going to try and clear things up. Meanwhile, we're looking at a Farseer and a Demon Hunter already, stressing out across the map here. Going to pick up those Gloves of Haste, try to get a little bit of bonus damage, but in comes that, opposing team already, as we're going to drop a Water Elemental and try and make sure to dodge any more of those, nasty mana burns. However, no mana burn here, just Moon actually clearing out or creeping out his own Ogre Warrior creep camp to try and gain a little bit of experience. Down to the south here, Spirit Wolf coming in from Lin, doing a little bit of scouting as well. We'll see what Foggy is going to be doing, as he's now going after this giant's, is this? Yeah, a Foggy's giant sea turtle creep camp. The colors are really just throwing me off. Sorry if I stumble. Just one of those things where you think it's one thing and your brain has to remember to switch it. All right, Infi apparently leaving the game as an observer. But you guys can all see that, as the Farseer now, rushes on in. So far, we haven't seen that much action coming in from Lin to actually try and harass. Demon Hunter picking up a Ring of Protection, or excuse me, that Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 to make up a little bit of that difference. Meanwhile, a Spirit Wolf trying to go after those Wisps. How much damage can really be done there, as it's going to go ahead to build up a Moonwell and, resummon up some more units here. Archer now trying to retreat back. Meanwhile, back on the other side here, Archers and Footmen continuing to battle it up, adding in some damage onto the Demon Hunter of Moon. And this transition back into Demon Hunter play after so long is a bit refreshing after all this time. PZ012, you are welcome. Glad to do it. If I continue to get thanks, then, it makes sense for me to keep on trying, as we see a bit of denial right there. All right, Archer trying to go up against a Spirit Wolf, not an easy proposition. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter wanting to finish off this Ogre Magi creep camp. Ogre Magi down to 7241, going to finish it off, pick it up the Rune Watcher, and now we're looking at more Spirit Wolves being resummoned again. Meanwhile, back across over here, Demon Hunter going to go ahead and engage on this fight, and now there's multiple Demon Hunters going to try and fight back and forth. All right, damage going to be adding up. Staff of Teleportation coming back across here. It is teal versus red here, and then Snare goes down, and Hawk gets a little bit unlucky. Meanwhile, this may be a bit of bad news for Foggy, as Foggy, having this weird, well, split attack here. Only archers to try and hold the base here, as we're going to be looking at that damage go back. Are we going to perhaps be seeing some shadow melding to try and hold the door, as the units don't really want to try to get on inside? Meanwhile, back off to the north, more mana burn exchanges once again. Foggy has a little bit more mana. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter sitting at level 2, perhaps going to try and clear out some more of these creep camps as well. Demon Hunter sitting at level 2, Archmage sitting at level 2, transferred over that Pendant of Energy. Meanwhile, well, Demon Hunter could have a little bit of a bad day here. Where can it try and go? Down to 186 hit points. It's going to try and Staff of Teleportation back. No, just run back. Well, thank you, Dustwallow Dweller, for those kind words again, as we're gonna have, well, a quick heal up, picking up of that Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3. The army of the Night Elf and Orc are working quite together. Meanwhile, what is Orc doing? Orc is going into a Bestiary and a Tauren Totem right behind this. We don't see that many units coming in from Lin at all. Meanwhile, another mana burn going down on the Hawk, as the Demon Hunter does what a Demon Hunter does, just, well, causing a bit of problem. Demon Hunter also having double claws of attack, getting in plus 14 damage. Meanwhile, off on the other side here, shadow melding archers trying to hide. Are we going to see a bit of denial here? Farseer going to get that last shot off there, but cold arrows could be a bit of a problem, as the Demon Hunter mana burn down to 19 hit points, able to escape. All right, well, tactical retreat right there by Lin, down to 19 hit points, but able to live and fight again another day. Meanwhile, the Archmage going to look to try and, well, absorb a bit of damage here, get some additional creep camps off. Does have a scroll of regeneration, no more clarity potion, but as long as he's doing a good job spreading out all of that damage, he should be in a fairly decent spot. Creep getting taken out, or Creeps getting the last shot off there. We are looking at defend, and now on Hawk's Footman, able to reflect back some of that damage. Really should have dropped that, or given the Pendant of Energy to the Blood Mage, and then siphon mana in, and then transfer that Pendant of Energy back. That's actually a really brilliant use of mana. If you transfer that Pendant of Energy in such a way as that, it actually turns out into, well, netting even more mana again and again. Are we going to be looking at more mana come across? No, we are not. Clearing out a red creep camp. And, well, Lin and Moon being aggressive as they are, really starting to pull ahead, picking up a difficult creep camp and getting level 2 on both of their secondary heroes. Farseer, however, still sitting at level 1, and the Farseer was playing mainly a harassment game. We are looking at Priest joining in on the fight here, and we're looking at whether the Blood Mage is going to be able to do anything here, perhaps try to get a stun or ensnare or get something going, as we are looking at Spirit Link now being cast. Farseer coming in from behind, a little bit of damage. There's a mana burn onto the opposing Demon Hunter, as well as we are looking at Siphon mana and a mana burn. Not exactly what you want to see there, as the Blood Mage going to turn back around. All right, this is just an absolute mess. A big stomp coming in from the already level 3 Tauren Chieftain, as the Demon Hunter of Moon, seeing that level 1 could be in trouble. Is it going to be able to get away down to 57 hit points and somehow able to dodge all of any of that bonus damage? A massive stomp now coming across inside here. That Demon Hunter comes back for more, does have a scroll of healing. How is it not getting targeted whatsoever? That is my question. Trying to bait this here, as we're looking at both Siphon mana as well. Demon Hunter down to 17 hit points, finally gets taken down, as the Demon Hunter backs away. Perhaps thought it was an illusion, as Moon loses his Demon Hunter at level 3. All right, a little bit of a, well, cautionary tale. You can't just run in low hit point heroes. I'm not quite making a lot of sense in that scenario, as we're going to be looking at a Priest and a Water Elemental both getting taken out here, finally getting taken down. No denial coming in from Hawk or Foggy. Todd did suggest a good 2v2 overlay. I've been messaging, or I've messaged him a couple times. He hasn't gotten back to me. But yeah. And with my current schedule, I haven't had the opportunity to really do a lot of extra creeping as much, or not extra creeping, extra casting as much as I wanted to in the past. So haven't had a lot of interaction with Todd lately either. All right, we're going to be looking at an Archmage, perhaps going to try and drop a Water Elemental here. Here we are. There's an engagement. There's Siphon mana from that Ogre Lord, getting in a lot of mana. Now perhaps going to dump it onto that Archmage here in just a moment. Needs to dump it. Otherwise, it just doesn't make that much sense. Archmage does get up to level 3. Blood Mage is actually upside down on mana, but, well, doesn't really worry about that at all. All right, Endurance Aura coming across from that Blood Mage. Endurance Aura is also a big deal indeed. Those Aura items, perhaps better, but the Medallion of Courage giving additional strength and intelligence, allowing that Tauren Chieftain up to 435 mana, is also scary as well. Farseer coming back across here. You gotta remember, the Farseer was the first hero, the Tauren Chieftain was the second hero, and that Tauren Chieftain now looking very scary. However, there are a good number of Spellbreakers out onto the battlefield, which neutralize a Tauren Chieftain, Tauren Chieftain stomp very easily. Back across at the bottom left-hand side of the map, Lin is setting up an expansion. Moon may be trying to set up an expansion here momentarily as we are looking at a Wisp, while trying to make sure and see if there's any scouting done. All right, quick detonation there. Moon does have plus 19 damage, plus that Orb of Venom to add that damage over time. Archmage, Blood Mage, Demon Hunter, Naga Sea Witch going up against Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, and Demon Hunter Alchemist, as in comes the engagement here. All right, there's Blizzard for the retrain. Archmage quickly retrains, and those Spellbreakers in that front line spot. All right, this is a magic immune army. I guess that is the strategy that you're coming across with. Mass Dryads, Mass Spellbreakers, and then Blizzard and Flame Strike. All right, what an interesting combination. And this was a strategy that I don't believe that Lin and Moon could have thought up of. Spellbreakers in that front line spot, absorbing so much of that damage. Flame Strike trying to push on through. Dryads in this really tight, narrow spot, as this was a brilliant positioning here, as the units are trying to stick around, as grunts are getting taken down. Spirit Link not helping out all that much. Kodo Beast are in the far back here, as the Demon Hunter could be taking a little bit more damage. There is some more Flame Strike damage coming across. Staff of Preservation trying to save here, as the Tauren Chieftain now pushes on into that front line. Another Flame Strike coming down, more Blizzard. However, the archers in the back are not really taking that much damage either, as the Blood Mage now going to siphon mana away from those Spirit Walkers and perhaps get in another bit of damage as well. There goes another Flame Strike in that back line position. Archers taking a lot of damage just standing there, as peons are now moving on through. Archmage still low on mana. No more Flame Strikes or Blizzards are available, as Blood Mage is running down on mana, and the Scroll of Town Portal used at the last moment. All right, Scroll of Town Portal used by both sides there, and what a beautiful, positional battle by Hawk and Foggy, forcing an engagement at a narrow choke point with just mass Spellbreakers, mass Dryads as their units, and then throwing down Flame Strikes and Blizzard like there was no tomorrow. Absolutely brilliant strategy overall. And now the question is, will Lin and Moon see this coming, and will they adopt and make sure that they don't fall for that same type of battle once again? Wisp quickly getting killed here. We are looking at an expansion on the bottom left, up and operational. This expansion has been scouted out, as there are fighting away. Although Moon had a lot of archers behind the line as well. That is true. The archers were fairly well protected, but the archers, all they could really hit were Spellbreakers. And Spellbreakers with that medium armor in the front line were rather well protected as well. All right, in comes Blizzard. We're going to see a bunch of peasants all getting taken down here. There goes a handful. Maybe these Spellbreakers will finish off. No, come on. One more. Oh, he's down to 4 hit points, and he's still able to get away. All right, this Great Hall will get shut down here, but Moon doing what Moon does best, setting up expansions, setting up secret expansions all over the place, nicknamed Death Stars, secret moon bases, all hidden across the map. Scroll of Town Portal quickly coming across here to try and find in a favorable position, and here we are. They're slow, and well, this Scroll of Town Portal actually putting into an interesting position already, as they're going to be fighting together. No easy slow here, as we're looking at slow onto the grunts. There's some more Dispel Magic. Dryads could try and get some slow poison across different units, as we are going to be going into an engagement. All right, that Blood Mage actually backed away. There's a Flame Strike already, and there's a quick stomp right there. Needed to protect that Archmage a little bit more, as we're going to be looking at more Blizzard raining down. Tauren Chieftain trying to get in position, trying to get there. Finally will push there, throws down the stomp, as the Blood Mage may be able to throw down a Flame Strike again. All right, there's another Flame Strike across all of that middle. Archmage trying to flame strike. There is a stomp trying to protect again, as the Tauren Chieftain is the only real way to stun, as the Raiders are unable to get into that position. More Blizzard raining down there. A lot of low hit point units. Archmage could be in trouble, and the Archmage is in trouble. Follow-up Chain Lightning dealing so much damage. A lot of low hit point units are trying to push on through, as Staff of Teleportation coming, or in Demon Hunter now showing up to the party. Blood Mage going to get taken down, and Foggy and Hawk both give the GG. Moon and Lin able to overcome that fight right there, and a potion of lesser invulnerability on the Tauren Chieftain, ultimately opening up the pathway to get to the Archmage and that Blood Mage for those stomps. As soon as the strategy was completely neutralized by being able to shut down that Flame Strike and that Blizzard, well, things just started to fall apart right there. Great game. Moon and Lin adapting very quickly. It felt like Moon and Lin weren't really far behind at any point in the game, but the additional resources definitely made it easier for Moon and Lin to bounce back and rebuild up their armies faster than I believe Foggy or Hawk could have expected. Hope you guys learned something. Tell me what you guys think of this strategy below in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, and what you can go ahead and give it a try on the BattleNet or, well, W3 Champion ladders. Hope you guys enjoyed it.